This is a flood, and now the hail is starting. You see the size of that hail that's coming down? You see the size of it?
Yeah.
Look at the size of some of those cubes.
Holy cow.
This is like tornado time, kids. By the way, the waves are actually lapping against my house, and my car's engine compartment's probably about to go underwater if this doesn't slow down.
Yeah. How do we... Should we move the car?
No, you can't go out there right now. You can't move anything.
Holy
All you can
cow.
do is hope that this lets up a little bit soon. Yeah, this is epic. We've never seen a flood like this in Carlisle before. You can see the hail literally here. Here, let me open the door here. You can see the hail on the ground, how big it is. They're melting as they fall. But these are big enough to do real damage. They're bouncing off the cars. And you can see them splashing down in the water all over. This is the real deal, kids. Yeah, I don't know, probably. I wouldn't, right during this time frame, you can't really get in or out of your car. Somebody's pulled over across the street. When cars have gone by, they're actually causing wakes as they go. You can see that the water is literally running down the sidewalks and the street. This is an area that very rarely floods, and I've never seen it like this before. Now watch the waves coming up. There's a wake literally, like cars are making wakes as they go. Here comes another one. One of these yahoos is going to get stuck here pretty soon up at that intersection up there. It gets even deeper historically.
Holy cow.
Yeah, just keep some...
What's that down there?
Well, that's somebody's trash, it looks like, up against the car. You can see it looks like literally a river. Oh, my chair blew away. Oh, yeah, there it is. When the water flood recedes, we may find a new chair that doesn't even belong to us. So, guys, this is what an epic Carlisle flood looks like that we've never really seen before. I can honestly say I've lived in Carlisle a lot of years, and I've never seen this street with this much water lapping on it. This is truly a historical moment for Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I'm sure my sump pump is just going like crazy down in the basement right now.
No. It can't out. It can't out.
Well, it can pump out, whether it can get out or not. The basement's most certainly flooded. All the basements around here are flooded for sure. There's no way there's this much water moving up and down Carlisle, and we're not getting some flooding. So yeah, this is an epic storm, Carlisle, Pennsylvania, real time right now, guys. Like I said, I've never seen anything like this. You can see downtown, you can see the main intersection if you look. In fact, I can zoom a little bit with this great camera that I have. So let's take a look. As you can see, there's a stoplight. Well, as long as it stays a little bit lower, you'll be okay. Otherwise, you just gotta, cross your fingers and hope. Now we're hearing some emergency vehicles for the first time. Yeah, no, this is not the kind of water you drive in, kids.
There goes the garbage can down.
Oh, there goes it. We got some loathsome, floatsome. Now bobbing on by. Anyway, these are my steps. You can see the water running right by the steps. Getting a little dangerously high on the car. My car is, the engine compartment's going to go underwater here pretty soon. There's somebody sitting in their car over here, kind of trapped. We'll keep an eye on them. If they start to float away, we'll go get them. And people are still driving because, well, why not? So this is what we call a local supercell, probably brought on by, there goes the ambulance or emergency vehicles. They're hardly making it. I mean, it's literally a river. If you look down here, you can literally see the intersection. That's South and Hanover Street. And I can't really do it justice There, yeah, maybe you can see there what's really going on. I mean, this is some crazy water. Absolutely crazy. As you can see, it's flooding right past the cars now. Neighbor's sump pump's going crazy. Gutters are going crazy. If you're into rapids and things like that, we've actually got them right here on the street right now. And as you can see, we've got some compression going. That's usually where the drains are. She's okay. She's signaling me all okay. And by the way, the rain hasn't stopped. We've been filming this for a little while. I was just watching a little Netflix, enjoying myself when this rain really broke out, if you know what I mean. All right, what's the good news? The good news is it's a little brighter than it was a minute ago. Here they go. More brave souls. She's slowing down. She didn't get the memo. Don't go slow. I suppose you could get washed away, but I don't know where you'd end up here. The Latort's down that way quite a bit. But there's got to be some, if this level of flooding in town, there has to be some catastrophic flooding. And this, kids, is when they tell you that there's no such thing as global warming or climate change, the answer is maybe, maybe not, but we certainly have more severe weather than we've had. I've been in Carlisle since 1995, and this is the most water we've seen since 1995 here in Carlisle. You can correct me if I'm wrong, kids, if you want. If you think you know better, you got a date and time in mind. But this is literally just downtown Carlisle, right off the Molly Pitcher Cemetery. So yeah, this is some cray-cray water. Oh, now here we go. Here comes the kids that want to play in the water. Let's see if they make it home okay. Yeah, he kind of ruined the illusion of depth when he ran through that, right? You guys probably thought I was 4 or 6 feet deep. But hopefully they stay away from any creeks or other places. I'm not so sure with the youth these days what comes into their heads. Okay, it is brightening up now. It's lightening up. Is the rain slowing down? Absolutely. Is the flood stopping anytime soon? No, I can see it turning the corner and coming down the road here. And those of you that know the geography around here, you know that the intersection of South and Hanover Street is a notoriously dip here in town, low spot. Well, when you make that turn, an even lower spot in town is the Molly Pitcher here, all the way down to the Latort, which is just around the corner down over here. I would stay out of the creeks and the byways for the moment. And of course, we're going to go check on that sump pump in a minute and see how it's doing. Things are slowing down now.
Yeah, it's pumping.
Oh, you can see some pumping coming out? Oh, yeah, all right. Sump pump's working. You can see that right there. Yeah, that's essential. You don't want your sump pump to give up. I know. I'm just trying to fill the commentary because, you know, when I was on with Bob Durgan years ago, he would tell you dead air is no air at all. So, you know, you got to keep filling the volume. I should remind anybody who's just joining us, this is Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We just had a heck of a flood. We had some hail almost as big as quarters, I would say. If you go back in this video, you'll be able to see that. And of course, what we didn't get was the tornado that this kind of weather seems like it could have portended. But this was absolutely some of the highest velocity of rain. So if you look what's going on right now, we are, in some areas of the country, seeing the highest, not rainfall totals, but speed of rainfall, where the most rain is falling the shortest periods of time. So even though it all averages out to about the same, it's still having a much different effect because all the engineering and all the drainage on this street and everything presumes that the rain's not going to come down that fast. And here we are. So maybe some future challenges for our government here to figure out what to do about this weather. Whether it's man-made or not man-made, you guys can debate that, but I can see that it's certainly different on this street than it's ever been before. Not only have I lived in Carlisle, but I had an office around the corner, literally at that intersection up there, where I was there for 10 years. So I've watched it rain here many, many, many times. And like I say, we've never seen anything quite like this. The good news is the water's starting to go down. The bad news is we're in the section of town that it's draining into. So hopefully it continues to go down. And of course, the people in the cemetery are dry right now because they are occupying the high ground. And cars are going to start driving around like normal. And you know some dum-dums are going to stall out in this water still. And you know in some of the deeper intersections around town, I'm sure there are plenty of cars stalled out. Now here comes our wake. I should probably get one of those no wake zone signs and throw a buoy out there, right? All right, enough of this. I think you guys have seen it. You get the point. We just had an epic rainfall here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And follow me for more fun flood videos when it happens again, or any other natural disaster I happen to capture on my phone. But most of the time we just, well, check the page out really quick. And if you like my content, follow it, all right?